So after the fun and games of the FA Cup, it's back to business in the Premier League as Forest travel to West London to take on Fulham. Welcome to the preview. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to the preview for Fulham versus Forest. If you're enjoying the content, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know your score predictions as well. I'm tired, but hopefully our players are refreshed. Hopefully they've been able to recover from what felt like I think it was 3 hours and 10 minutes of football against Exeter. But that was the B team, and I fully expect the A team back out. And don't forget to check out Football Prizes' new offering. How slick is that? That new signed Forest shirt, signed by the squad, insta win of Sosa or of Sangare. If you get that Sangare one, drop me a little message. Scan this QR code or click on the link that's in the comments. All right, let's jump into this. We've got a lot to talk about. So Nuno's done his presser and he was asked about the current state of the squad. He was asked if they went on the yachts. I'm joking. And about certain individuals. Now, in terms of Taiwo, he is being assessed and they are running checks on what they can do with him, which in essence tells you that the concussion rule is going to kick in and he's probably out for at least 12 days. Let's not start that whole debate. It's behind us now. Let's look forward. So the other one that he was asked about was Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Callum Hudson-Odoi is up for contention in this match. Nuno thinks he should be at least able to be selected for the squad come the weekend. Now, I fully expect Callum Hudson-Odoi not to start, in my opinion. And the rest of the squad seems fine. At the moment, the squad, in terms of its depth, is not looking too bad. We didn't get an update on Miguel. That could mean Hennessy's on the bench. I don't even know if he's been registered yet. But anyway, so Fulham, good team, but very inconsistent in my opinion. You guys know I highly rate their manager. I don't really rate them that highly as a club, but you know, their ground is decent. Reminds me a little of the City ground on the banks of the Thames. Mist rolling in from the Thames. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Anyway, so I expect either a good performance or a bad performance from them. I've seen them, you know, play really well against Arsenal a few weeks back, and then them and United stunk out the gaff there, and they lost that game. So surely if they lose to Man U, then Forest should be able to beat them. But we haven't beaten them at Craven Cottage since we've been promoted. It's another one of those tick box things Nuno needs to do. Excuse me. And the last time we were there, we held 5. Let's not relive that one. I think Vlachodimos was in goal for that. So we have a score to settle here. But we have beaten them since we've been back. I think we beat them 3-1 at the City ground as well under Nuno last season. And don't forget, we lost to them at home this season when Nuno decided to spice it up and go 4-4-2. So a lot of little subplots in this one. But let's jump into the team and let's start talking about what I think is going to happen tomorrow. Alrighty then, so this is the team that started against Brighton and thumped them 7-0. And I think there's a few things we can say for certain based on what we saw against Exeter that I think will happen in the team selection. I think for sure Nuno is going to a back three. I think we're going to see that same order and the same personnel. Murillo on the left, Milenkovic in the middle, and Morato on the right-hand side. I'm telling you, Morato on the right worked really, really well against Brighton. And obviously Sels has to go in goal because Miguel is injured. Even if Rob, Nicky and Ben want him in the team, Sels is going to have to jump in. It's when you get into the midfield. I mean, obviously Williams and Einar will start as the wing backs. I'm not sure what he's going to do in the middle here. There's a couple of variations and I haven't quite decided yet. I'm going to decide on the fly right now, but I'll talk you through the variations. Anderson and Morgan Gibbs-White, he's definitely going to want to start. Elanga was, for me, man of the match against Brighton in that floaty role. Don't even know if that's a position, but I'm going to call it that. Where he was sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right, sometimes up here, sometimes down there. He was having a fantastic game. He's really come on leaps and bounds after I had that good deep chat with him. So I think these two will definitely start. It's this Danilo position. Now, the options here is he could switch him out for Sangare, give Sangare 60 minutes, and then give Sangare 60 minutes, then bring Danilo on after 60, or he could do it vice versa, or he could start with Dominguez, or he could start with Yates. Now, Yates started, all three of them started against Exeter the other day. The only one who didn't start was Dominguez, but he came on anyway. The other option he could have is that if Callum Hudson-Odoi is fully fit, and I don't think he is, you might see Morgan Gibbs-White drop into a double pivot 8, and then Hudson-Odoi coming out wide left and Elanga coming out wide on the right. In fact, I don't like that one. I think it's too many creative attacking footballers. You need someone with a bit of steel on them. So I still don't think Hudson-Odoi is quite ready to be starting. I think he keeps this front three. It worked really nicely. I wouldn't want to change it. I'd go with Danilo. I think he's got more in the tank. And then I'd bring Sangare on after about 65, 70 minutes when Forest are hopefully winning, and then lock it out, because I don't think Sangare can last 90 minutes at the moment. He still looked tired to me in the second half. But then again, is it harsh not to start him when he was probably man of the match against Exeter? I mean, no sentimentality involved. I'd save him for the last 30 minutes. His energy levels will be higher than those currently on the pitch, and it makes sense. So in essence, I'm not changing the team. That was a very long-winded way of saying it. Do you agree with it or not? Let me know. It won 7-0, so why change what's working? What do you guys think? So how do I see this game playing out? I've gone back and forth on this. Over on the Footy Network, I predicted a Forest win. By the way, check that video out after this and make sure you're subscribed to our second channel, TFN. Thank you so much to all of you who are subscribed. And there I was feeling confident and what have you. But with me, as soon as you get closer to that game day, I start to think to myself, this could go wrong, that could go wrong. What happens if we get a corrupt ref? You know, what if the linesman hasn't got his contact lenses in and flags us offside, or whatever it might be? But there's a couple of outcomes that are acceptable in this. Forest, because Newcastle are playing Man City, that opens the door up to Forest. And whatever the result of this one, you can spin it whichever way. Okay, forget Chelsea for now. They're playing tonight. That they could close to within 1 point of us. Come on, Adam, get your Brighton boys sorted out. We need to win this one. So it's an important weekend, is the point I'm trying to get to here. This weekend could actually define Forest or confirm Forest. Not guaranteed to be in the Champions League spots, but pretty much 1 foot through the door, because if we win, we go to 50 points. We also knock Fulham out of any kind of contention of catching us. But if we lose, we're opening the door to Chelsea, we're opening the door to Man City, Newcastle, etc. And we've got 2 of those 3 teams coming up next, and then followed by Arsenal. We need to get 3 points. This is kind of leaning for me towards a must win, just because of the games we have ahead of us. You want to ease that pressure on those games coming up so that we can go into what I would like is going into that Arsenal game and the Newcastle game and the Man City game, knowing that we can walk away with a draw, which maintains the gap between us and them. And we're quite comfortable because we could be in a position now where we're 6 points clear of them. We go 9 points clear of one of them if one of them loses, or we go 8 points clear of both of them. Are you guys following my logic? Probably not. So we need a win here. But I think it's going to be a draw. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1. I hope I'm wrong. I hope TFN Wolfie is right and FFTV Wolfie is wrong. What do you guys think? Can we win it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you check out the Forest Forum as well. That was actually quite civil last night, I thought. Maybe not according to some of the comments, so check it out. I'll leave it on the end screen for you. Check out the TFN video, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed here if you are new. Don't shoot me for changing my score to a draw, but get yours in the comments as well. And we'll see you on the watch along tomorrow. Come on, you Reds.